Good morning. Well, it is Monday and here in Melbourne we are still in lockdown, so that's fun. And I thought that I would jump on and have a little chat to you about monochrome flowers. So for those of you who watch Lego Masters, Sarah and I, our favorite build was the Colour My World build, where we created a planter box out of the black and white house, and we had all these flowers and a watering can above it, and it was so much fun. Why I loved it is it gave me an interesting challenge, and that was to make flowers out of grey, black and white parts. Now, if you've been into a brick pit or you have your own Lego collection, you'll know that there aren't very many pieces that are of the foliage range that are in those colours. So I had this wonderful opportunity to go into this beautiful brick pit and have a look at all the parts, and what it taught me was that it's always about looking at the quality of the part, not necessarily what the part was originally designed for. That's what NPU, nice part usage, is all about. It's about looking at a part and thinking, well, what else could that be? What qualities does that part have? So I wanted to make a couple of flowers with you today. So what we're going to do first of all is a nice big black and white flower, with the center of it being my favorite part that I use for cupcakes, the 2x2 plate modified with octagonal bar frame. It's a great piece, it's so versatile. We're also going to use today lots and lots of teeth, varying sizes of teeth, big teeth, medium teeth, tiny little teeth. So we're going to use some cylinders, and we're going to use some of these modified plates which are rounded and have got 2 holes. If you don't have these pieces at home, you can achieve the same by using 2 1x1 studs, the round ones that have got the hole in the center. It's all about that hole in the center. So what I'm going to do is start with my octagonal bar frame, and I'm just going to put a black 2x2 round plate on top in the middle, and I'm going to use a Technic beam and pop that in there so it gives me something to hold on to. Also, ultimately, I'm going to put some leaves on the bottom of it, and for those I'm going to use Technic pieces. One of the funny things about me is that I am a bit of a Technic phobe. I don't really like using Technic. I'm not very good at it. It's something I'm still learning and I want to get better on. But I love using Technic pieces in different ways. So I've got the center of my flower. What I'm going to do now is make the petals. So I've already prepared some, just like a cooking show, but I'm going to show you how I do them. So I take a 2x1 plate with a clip at the end. I add one of these rounded 2x1 plates with the holes in the top. I put a large tooth at the back like that, and I put a medium-sized tooth in the second hole and the one closest to the clip, so we get that. Actually looks like a little ship there, doesn't it? All right. So then I'm going to get another one and just do that again. So I've got my plate with my clip, and I pop that on there. I pop this up the top, and this time I'm going to use a black tooth to go into the center. So you need to make 8 of those in total. You can do whatever color combo you like, but today, talking about monochrome, I'm using the black and white. So then what we're going to do is clip them alternate black and white around. So we're going to clip in 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of looks like I'm making a dinosaur at the moment, doesn't it? 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I've got them all clipped in. At the moment it does look like dinosaur bones, but the beautiful thing about this octagonal bar frame and using clips is you can then bend it round. So we're going to bend them all the way down so that what we end up with looks a bit more like a flower like this. Then what I'm going to do is work on the center. You can do anything you want in the center. It's totally up to artistic interpretation. What I'm going to do is, continuing my black and white theme, I'm going to pop on some black and white cylinders and 4. So now I've got that sort of look in the middle. And then what I'm going to do is use the tiny teeth and pop them into the top of the cylinders, just pointing out so that I get that look. And then for our leaves, I'm using these Technic pieces just because they've got a good curve and they remind me of a leaf. So I'm just going to pop one of those through the bottom and another one and facing in another direction. And there we have it, a black and white flower. So I'm going to pop that one down and just do one more for you quickly. So this one's really simple, but I wanted to look at how to use minifig skirts to make a flower. And what I found is that Minnie Mouse's skirt was perfect. If you turn it upside down, it's got a real sort of hollyhock feel to it. I loved it. So what we do is we pop the skirt on upside down onto, I'm going to go with black minifig legs. Then we're going to use, again, that same piece that I used before, the white plate that's modified and it's got the 2 holes in the top, it's rounded. And I'm going to pop that over the top to lock that skirt into place. In the middle of that, I'm going to use 2 gear sticks. Now, anyone who watched Lego Masters would know that building cars and vans is not my thing. But again, gear sticks are great because they look like the center of a flower. So I'm going to pop 2 of those on there. Pop them like that. And there we have it, a little flower. I've made another one before with a white ballerina skirt. So then what I can do is put them next to each other. And then you can use the minifig legs to just angle it out so they can go in different directions. So that's how I made the flowers, some of the flowers that were in our black and white Colour My World build. I hope you've enjoyed that. And I would encourage you to just have a look at all the black and white and grey pieces that you have in your collection and think, what has a quality that I could make something botanical from? If you feel so inclined, take a photo, tag me in it, or send me a picture. I'd love to see what you come up with. Have a great day, everyone. And those in Melbourne, hopefully we're out of lockdown soon. Those around the world also still in lockdown, we're thinking of you. Bye.